For those I'm meeting for the first time, I'm the Philippine ambassador to Ankara, actually the entire Turkey, but I'm also a non-resident ambassador to Azerbaijan and also Georgia. And I just made my presentation of credentials to the President. Thank you for the hospitality of your country and people. I'd like to welcome all of you to this dinner. It's our way of expressing our appreciation, first and foremost, especially for those who covered our two major events. Essentially, most recently, last June, we had our National Day, June 12th, which we celebrated here in Ankara. And we also had another celebration on the 16th of June with the community. For the information of everyone, we have something like 5,000 Filipino expatriates in Turkey. And this is our way of bonding with the community, but it is also was a day of Philippine-Turkish Friendship Day. For the first time, we are actually designating that day as a celebration to celebrate our two people's culture. Because from our perspective, it's very important to have a people-to-people. And people-to-people relationship is not something that's very theoretical for us. It's something that we are very serious about and that we wanted to operationalize it in terms of activities like that. And we had a good celebration, we had a good participation, and thank you to our friends from the media, to you, for covering those two events. And we believe that the message of friendship were able to reach the distant corners of this country, including Azerbaijan, through the power of the media. And so we would like to establish that relationship. We want to nurture that relationship as something that is integral to our people-to-people relationship. Good messages in terms of people-to-people relationship is not something that's kept under the table. It's something that we would like to spread. And through the power of media, we would have the ability to reach the distant corners. And so from that perspective, we are very appreciative, and this is our way of showing our appreciation for your friendship, essentially also. And hopefully together we can build that relationship, and that relationship will spill over in the larger spectrum of Turkey and Philippine relationship, and also Azerbaijan and Philippines. So on behalf of my wife, Marisa, and here, myself and my officers, Consul General Jed, my Vice Consul Angela Valentino, my cultural officer.
Is there? She is my daddy in work, so
Vanessa, we would like to express our gratitude. But some little footnotes, and I apologize, I have to explain some things. And you were out there and you saw the mass. I just wanted to explain that those two masks represent a very important festival that we hold every October in central Philippines called Bacolod. And maybe just a little story, I'm not going to talk about the entire group, but it's a mask. So the festival is called Mascara. So I think in English it's mask, and it's a smiling mask. The reason for that is because that place used to be the central location for all sugar production. And so once upon a time our agricultural economy was focused on sugar. We export a lot of that, and there was a time that the industry went down. And many people there suffered because of the industry going down, and so they were sad. many were affected, and so they came up with an idea, and that idea in the 80s was that festival called Master. And it was a smiling face. The idea is to, despite all adversities, that you can actually still enjoy life. That there is something in life more than material things, and that is about relationship with people. And happiness is also a mindset. And that being the case, that smiling face became the face of the province, and Bacolod became what is now known as the Smiling City. And so that festival. So that's one point. Another is just to give you an overview of where we are. This is a very special room for us. It's a room that's very close to our heart, because we call this the Albert Del Rosario Hall, whose picture you see there on top of the fireplace. He used to be our Secretary of Foreign Affairs. Not too long ago, he passed away almost 2 weeks ago, and he is one of our greatest Foreign Affairs Secretary, because of what he did. A real patriot, but a patriot not in the sense of I love myself, I hate others. No. He was a patriot, he loved his country, but at the same time, he also loved the world. And he expressed this love for the world and for the country in the context of rule of law. Rule of law in the South China Sea and elsewhere. Because from his perspective, the world operates as a community of nations for as long as it's anchored in the principle of rule of law. And from his perspective, if that rule of law collapses, the entire world collapses and falls into anarchy. And this is something that was very strong for him. I do not wish to politicize, but just a matter of factual statement because of what we face in the South China Sea in the context of our northern country. And he was a person who stood for the country, for this principle. And so that leads us to another creative diplomacy, which we call arbitration. And days ago, July 12, was the 8th-year anniversary of the arbitration of the South China Sea, where the Philippines won a decisive legal victory over the South China Sea for the rule of law. Anyway, that's for it. I think we're all eager now to celebrate and enjoy what we have prepared. The embassies are basically Philippine citizens. And so please enjoy. Let me just give a brief, somehow administrative matter. Please enjoy the soup. It's what we're going to do a hybrid sort of dinner. So it's buffet style, but please, if I may invite you to get your soup. Once you're done, plates will be taken and you can eat salad and so on and so forth. So thank you very much. Again, welcome, and please enjoy Office Pulso.
It's a kind of fruit that gives a sour taste, so it's souring agent. So usually we do sinigang. The main meat would be either the fish